Introduce you to piano.
Good morning, Vail.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you a proud pet owner, much like myself? Well, then Amazon Pet Day is the perfect way for you to celebrate your furry friends at home. And I've got Jen Ray joining us to give us some more information. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Look at the assortment of great goodies that you have in front of you right now.
We have so many fun deals that will be available for Pet Day. If you don't know, Amazon Pet Day is how we're celebrating National Pet Month. We're bringing it back for the third year, and we'll have 48 hours of deals on pet products and supplies, so everything you need to pamper that pet you have at home. And we're encouraging everyone to mark your calendars for the sale date of May 7th and May 8th.
Which is right around the corner, and this is a great way to really celebrate your pets, just like you said. Now, what are some of the deals people can expect to get this year?
We really have something for every pet you might have, but we've got some customer love deals that are back this year that we're excited about, like 20% off of our Furbo pet cams. These are great if you're trying to keep an eye on and keep in touch with your pets while you're away at work. It's flea and tick season is kicking off, so having up to 30% off of our Frontline for cat and dog is a really great time to stock up on that. And then tons of deals on treats and food. You know, we're always running out of those, so having up to 30% off Rachel Ray Nutrish, as well as 15% off Purina Beggin. We've also got these amazing dental chews from Whimsies that'll be up to 20% off, and a small business over here, Bundle and Joy. These are a favorite treat as well. In addition, we've got lots of toys, even electronics, quite a wide variety of options, and not just for cats and dogs. We have items on deal like toys for birds, as well as habitats for reptiles. Whatever you can think of, we should have something to really help treat your pet.
No matter the pet, you guys have them covered. Now, how else is Amazon supporting the pets during Amazon Pet Day?
So as a part of how we are supporting pets this National Pet Month and celebration of Amazon Pet Day, we've teamed up with a number of animal welfare organizations across the country to sponsor them and really help further their missions of supporting the pets in their local communities.
And what are some great tips that maybe people could use if they have a new dog at home?
Sure. I mean, well, I might not be the expert on how to train or anything. We do have some great products that can help, get new puppies and any pet in your life to really feel at home. I think having a really good treat so that you can help affirm any positive behaviors is always a good option. These Outward Hound slow feeders are a really good tool we have options for both cat and dog if they're kind of a fast eater, helps them engage their brain, and certainly having toys that they love so you can just, again, treat them and make things like a game and very playful and fun so that they're enjoying things as well.
Now, where can people go to learn more information about Amazon Pet Day and maybe the charitable aspect as well as everything that they can shop?
You want to visit amazon.com/petday. And you will want to come back on May 7th and May 8th to shop all of those savings, but you don't have to wait. We actually have early deals live now. Those deal dates vary, so check back often and then mark your calendar for the best deals on May 7th and 8th.
Jen, thank you so much for meeting with us, taking all this time and giving us all this great information to help us celebrate our pets at home.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Make sure that you mark your calendars. You're not going to want to miss Amazon Pet Day. It doesn't matter the pet that you have at home. There's something that you can get on a great deal to celebrate National Pet Month. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Do you have some energy to burn now that you can't get out there and ski and we're seeing some bad weather, so maybe it's a little hard to get out there and bike? Well then, the Eagle Climbing and Fitness Gym has you covered, and we've got Larry Moore joining me on the couch. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here bright and early.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And let's talk about this fabulous facility, because some people don't know where you guys are and don't know what you offer.
Right. Yeah, so we're in Eagle on Chambers next to the post office. It's not just climbing. We have a full fitness facility as well as a yoga studio. So pretty much everything people need in the fitness and yoga world, we've got covered. And then climbing, we've got the biggest space in all of the western slope. So it's great and lots of fun for people of all ages, really.
Which is incredible, because we have such an active community, and it's a way that a lot of us keep ourselves sane. And so maybe if people are struggling a little bit right now that the mountain's closed and they can't yet get out there to do their summer activities, this is a great way for them to just be active still.
Absolutely, yeah. There's lots to be done in the climbing areas. There's bouldering, there's rope climbing. We have 9 auto-belays, which are systems people can use by themselves, so they can climb to the top of the wall. They're attached to a system that lowers them down automatically. So everything from beginners to experts can come and train, have fun, be exposed for the first time, or train as if they've been doing it for years.
Now, for the beginners out there who have maybe never been courageous enough to try it, what can they expect as they're coming in?
Well, we do offer a Learn to Climb class, so it's an excellent opportunity for people to learn all the lingo, all the techniques, all the safety aspects for climbing, so it's a great intro for people. That's offered twice a month on Mondays from 6 to 8, so it's a great opportunity. They not only get that class time, but they also get a membership for the 2 weeks as well as free rentals. So it's a tremendous offer, and it's something that gets people exposed to all aspects of climbing and helps them understand the culture, the language, the technique, the safety aspects, everything about it.
What a great way to get people started and then help them continue to motivate to do it. Now, you guys have some fabulous events coming up. There's a lot taking place, so let's touch on some of those.
So I'm also a part of the Eagle County Climbing Coalition, which is hosting an event this Saturday, which is a crag cleanup. The coalition is in charge of helping people learn more about climbing as well as help protect access to areas and then do things like clean up areas that we climb in. So we're part of the highway cleanup time on Saturday. We're cleaning up at the Walcott Campground, which is a very popular bouldering area locally. So that's something that's free for people to attend. We'd love to see people come out and contribute to helping keep our spaces nice and clean. We're also hosting a Climb for Hope event partnered with Speak Up, Reach Out, and that's on around May 18th. So that's coming up in a few weeks, and that's just a fundraiser for Speak Up, Reach Out, which is a great local organization that's helping raise awareness on mental health and suicide prevention. So it's a great way for people to come in, learn more about the organization, and make contributions or donations to help support the organization.
Now, this is an event that many people look forward to each and every year, only because the collaboration between the fitness gym and the climbing and fitness facility, and then, of course, Speak Up, Reach Out, which is a fabulous nonprofit here in our community, is such a good way to get involved. But it's also one of those events that does bring hope, and it also supports you guys.
Yeah, it's great. Climbing is actually a very, very strong element for people to maintain their mental health, because it's not only challenging physically, it's challenging mentally as well. So it gets people engaged in thinking about what they're doing, challenging themselves, overcoming obstacles, communicating about what they're working on, what they're working through. So there's a lot of things that are correlated between the two efforts. So it's a great event. We love Speak Up, Reach Out. We're happy to partner with them again this year and look forward to a great event.
Now, if people want to learn more information about the upcoming events that you have, where should they find that?
So the Speak Up, Reach Out event is best to be found through the Speak Up, Reach Out website. All of our classes, we also have day camps for children throughout the summer. We have team programs for children. We have adult workshops like the Learn to Climb workshop. We also have accelerated workshops beyond that. All that information can be found on our website, eagleclimbing.com.
And then, of course, if people are interested in getting involved, maybe getting a membership to either the climbing facility or the gym, how can they do that?
So the membership is actually for all aspects of our facility. So if
That's
you
nice.
get one membership, you get the climbing, you get the yoga classes, you get the fitness facility, all under one membership. Again, that's through eagleclimbing.com, or they can give us a call at our office, 970-328-0893.
And then as people come in and start to explore the beautiful facility that you have, I've been in there twice, and it's incredible because the climbing walls that you have structured inside a building are fantastic. What can people really expect?
Well, they can expect to be, like you said, kind of blown away when they walk in. It's kind of an optical illusion. We went down 12 feet in the ground to make our height in the building 42 feet tall.
Wow.
So the walls are very, very big. There's a lot of climbing space. There's about 10,000 square feet of climbing. So there's a lot of space that when people walk in, they don't realize how big the facility is. But it's kind of broken into different areas. So there's a beginner's room, there's a training area, there's the main room. And again, there's all aspects of climbing. So the private fitness room and the private yoga room kind of give people a little break away from the crowds and get their workout and their meditations done in a nice private space.
Now, we've got your website up right now, and people can kind of see that inside look of the climbing facility that you offer. But what it says right now is you can host events there. So if you want to book a birthday party, a corporate event, maybe something a little different, that's a great place to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have parties all the time, birthday parties, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, team building. Again, climbing is a great way for people to kind of get together, learn to build trust amongst one another. The communication skills need to be enhanced for climbing. Learning to break through problems, problem solving is a big part of climbing. So it's a great way to have fun, but it's also a nice way to kind of bring people together. So we do host a lot of events. We also host competitions. We have our climbing competition team. We have 20 athletes that are 20 plus athletes that are qualified for the regional championships for rope climbing. In 2 weeks now, we have a big competition coming in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we've got a lot of kids traveling to that event. So we do a lot of different aspects of community building. Our motto is building strength in our community, and we do it in a lot of different ways.
Which I think is so important, and that's one of the things that people miss when they come to our community is how many different places you can be involved to find the perfect fit for yourself.
Right. And that's the idea behind climbing is it's very, very community oriented. So people come in and they think that they're going to just be climbing by themselves. Next thing they know, they've just met 2 new people. They find partners. Those partners can go outside climbing with them. We also have a guiding service. We take people outdoors climbing as well. So we can do private lessons for families. We can do group events outdoors. We can take the children outdoors during the summer. So we've got a lot of different ways to connect our community and bring opportunities to folks.
Which I think is so amazing, and so many great opportunities for people to get involved, to maybe experience something new. I know I've never climbed before, so maybe this is on my list to get out and move my body throughout the off season.
Yeah, it's a great way to stay fit. It uses so many muscles in your body. It uses a lot of flexibility. Again, the mental aspects of it are something that most people don't understand until they start climbing. The problem solving, the confidence that's built, overcoming obstacles is a constant endeavor in climbing. So we'd love to see you in there.
I would love to be in there. Now that I live in Eagle, it's that much closer. Larry, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information. One more time, what's the website if people want to go get more information?
EagleClimbing.com.
Again, thank you for being here first
My
thing
pleasure.
this morning.
Thank
Make
you.
sure that you check out Eagle Climbing and Fitness, because this is a great way to not only stimulate your body, but stimulate your mind. If you've not tried climbing yet, well then your problem solving could be taken to the next level. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
What happens to a poker player when there is life-changing money on the line?
Hey, catch! I'm rooting for me.
When they are faced with adversity?
Holy smoke. Jason can't even breathe right now. Look at him.
When a WPT title is within their grasp?
How sweet that is, man!
See for yourself with a front row seat to all the action on the World Poker Tour.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
Doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Good morning, Vail.
No problem.
Something we talk about pretty frequently is the changing of the planet, and there's a lot that takes place that we might not realize here in the mountains. Well, I'm joined by a spectacular doctor who's going to give us some more information, so I'm going to have you introduce yourself and your incredible job title.
Hi, Maddie. My name is Dr. Sanjayan. I am the CEO of Conservation International and the host of the PBS series Changing Planet.
Now, let's talk about Changing Planet and what research you are currently doing to help maybe mitigate the change that's happening.
Sure. So Changing Planet is a multi-year series, and it's really an amazing idea. If we go to some places and we track them over many years, can we see the change that is happening to our planet because of climate change? I mean, you live up in the mountains, you can see what's happening to snowpack in some years or forest fires. So those are the kinds of environments that we wanted to track. And this year, we focused on coral reefs. We've been filming coral reefs for the past few years, and we thought we should focus the entire special on just coral because it was such an important topic. We're going through record heating of the oceans right now. And if you go diving or you go swimming in the oceans, you'll notice the temperature this summer, and it'll be warmer than anything you've experienced before. And that is having a huge impact on coral reef, which are losing their life ultimately. And once they break into rubble, it's very difficult to put them back. And what we do in this series is follow groups of scientists who are putting things back together again and doing things that, frankly, as a scientist, I had never seen before.
Now, there's a lot happening with the coral, but it is such a unique piece of our ocean floor that's also really important. And so what makes the coral so important to everything around us?
Right. So when we think about coral reef, we're nearly always thinking about like if we go on a beach vacation or we go snorkeling or we go diving. Interestingly, sort of, Colorado has like, I think the highest number of divers of any state on a percentage. So lots of people in Colorado, I know, go diving or snorkeling or take beach vacations. That's what we think of, and that's true. So they provide economic lifelines to many communities. But 500 million people around the world depend on coral reefs for their food, so from fish. And even living, say, far from the ocean in Colorado, for example, if you go and buy, say, snapper at a restaurant or have grouper or sometimes have lobster, those species are ultimately coming from coral reefs, or the fish that you're eating feed off of fish that come from the coral reef. So they're incredibly important to humans. And then virtually every coastal community, to some extent, owes its existence to things like coral reefs. So Florida, it only exists because there's a gigantic barrier reef right there that protects the coastline of Florida. If you go to a beachy sand beach vacation, that sand is there because of coral reefs. So they're really important, not just for life on the planet because they're so biodiverse, they have so much life. They're also important because they help sustain life, help sustain our life as well.
Now, you guys are doing a great project, something that you guys are calling Coral IVF. Could you tell us more about that?
So the way coral reproduce, they look like plants, but they're not, they're animals. And the way they reproduce is like most other animals, there's sperm and eggs, and then they fertilize in the open ocean, and then the baby coral look like almost tiny, tiny microscopic looking jellyfish. They're not jellyfish, they look like that. And they swim in the open current, and then ultimately once they settle onto a hard surface or onto another coral, then they grow into what you see as the structure of coral. Now, that's very few of those sperm and egg actually meet up. So if you can collect them in the ocean at scale, you can collect millions of them, then you can put them together inside a lab, for example, and you can get them to fertilize at a much higher rate. So it's really IVF treatment for coral, and then you got to go release them. And in this episode, in this special, we filmed some scientists who are using a new technique for attracting the baby coral to come back to the parental reef so they don't just swim off into the current and are lost forever, by using sound. So it turns out that baby coral, just like your baby, might be really attracted to sound. And so by playing the right kinds of sounds, literally on speakers underwater on the reef, you can increase the chance of them settling down.
That is incredible, and what a fascinating use of technology. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information. We are running out of time, but I wish I had more because I have so many more questions to ask you. I guess I'm just going to go have to watch the TV series.
You do. PBS.org, it's streaming. You can watch it there.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for all of the hard work that you're putting in to bring light to our changing planet.
Thank you.
We want to thank you so much for tuning in to this wonderful edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every day to bring you so much information about so many different topics. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be here from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and we can't wait to see you tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting